Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, and I highest ELO of the season. So I started 7-3 with this team. So the team is Lucario, Qwilfish, and Wobbuffet. And I started 7-3 and I got to 29-11, and then I limped in with the 2-3-2-3-3-2. So I ended up being 28-82, I think, somewhere around there, which still, like, again, 29-11 was my high CLO of the season. Team is strong, has a couple weaknesses, which I will go over in 1 minute, and one of them is actually kind of surprising to me. But we'll go over the teams, how it works, what you need to watch out for. But it's essentially kind of like a balanced team with the safe swap. So Lucario's main issue is going to be counter users, and Wobbuffet as a psychic really deals with those, and then the Qwilfish as a safe swap. So let's get into battles. Appreciate the thumbs up button. So it's weak to counter users, like I said, but it is also counter users, so they dip right away. And Lucario is one of the best answers for these dark poisons, right? Because dark is resisted because of fighting, and poison is resisted because of steel. So there's nowhere to go if you're a dark poison against a Lucario. So this is kind of a weird switching. Like, I can take it. So the problem is, as you can see, I can take a Crunch. Crunch still does 50% Lucario because Lucario is glassy. But that's okay. I get the second power punch off. They got a shield one. I'm going to have to shield back because, again, a Crunch would take me out from this range. But now I'm 2 times buffed. And it's one of those things that I learned today. Counter power punch buff is great. So I think they shielded just because, like, it probably take him down to the yellow already, and I'm going to get like another 1 counter in. So they shield. I still get a counter in. Almost takes him to the yellow. And now here we go. I have a Charm Wobbuffet. And this thing is, so it's Hundo and Best Buddied. As you can see, it can take a lot of damage, but like that still does a not insignificant amount. I don't want to take another one, so I shield here. I'm pretty sure they actually just I remember taking a power punch bait there. But they have a Zweilous in the back. So the thing about this Pokemon is, as you're going to see here with this return is like a hard-hitting move. Not when you're a Wobbuffet. Like, barely gets them to the red. Like, it doesn't matter because I can just charm them down. But that is what I essentially learned with... let me just pause it here. So that is what I learned with Wobbuffet. Let me talk about Lucario and Wobbuffet, sort of what I learned with them. Wobbuffet, the charm doesn't do as much as you think it would against like bulkier Pokemon. So like against Umbreon and Mandibuzz, you still lose those matchups despite you charming down Dark. And it's because, one, you still take 2 super effective from Dark, and then they're bulky, and thus non-stab charms don't do a ton. Lucario just, even again, like I mentioned in the Dark Poison, even in the resisted matchups, it still takes like 50% damage. But like Lucario on this team was sort of my MVP. I'm going to tell you right now, Wobbuffet was a little disappointing, but I think if you're going to run Lucario, you need to run something to deal with the counter users, right? You're going to see, I don't know if it's this one or soon, like a meta champ coming up where I needed it's here. So I lost the switch, come in safe swap here, and Skuntank. And this is kind of like a neutralist matchup because I at least have something neutral to throw here. They can only throw, no, like actually they can throw Flamethrower, that's not true. But like Skuntank is just so tanky, right? That you just need, not tanky. It's super hard hitting. It's very attack heavy. So I needed to shield that there. And at this point I'm going to fight for switch because I cannot have the Psychic on my Lucario. So they go 1 down. So they go down, which is fine because now I can come in here. And why Lucario and Wobbuffet is a great pairing is because like all these poison darks, like I just mentioned, Lucario just walls both of them, and you're gonna have trouble with Wobbuffet on these. So they take that out. That's fine. I come in here. They switch in here, and here we go. It looks like this is running Charm as well, but this is where just the bulk of Wobbuffet is very useful. Like I'm just taking these rock slides like it's nothing. So it's fine if you're in these matchups where you don't need to take any sort of real super effective dark moves, but there's so much dark out there that it's difficult to sort of not run this Pokemon, but it has its weaknesses for sure. And you need to, but the other thing is Lucario is so glassy, you need to pair it with a bulky Pokemon. So that's why I paired it well with Wobbuffet. I'll go over the Qwilfish in 1 second here because Qwilfish was something that saved me at times and cost me at times. So I got 1 shield there. At this point, Power Punch doesn't matter if they shield. I can just counter down, and they know it because 1 move is not going to take me out. I have a shield and just beast mode. So terrible lead here. come in here, Eradicate. So that is a tough switch in here for me. The good news is I can get this off, and the problem is with this team, well, this kind of shows it right here. Problem with this game. Problem with this team is Victini, because Victini could do like one shot for sure with the fire move. It can one shot Lucario. It also resists the charm on Wobbuffet. So it's really kind of a core breaker. I let this go because I've already got a shield from, like, they've already got a shield from me. I don't want to shield twice, and it's just a crunch. I can resist that. If they come Victini here, I am going to get an Aqua Tail off, and I'll get it right back. So it was good to fight for, I mean, I don't need to fight for switch, but I kind of do. Hopefully I can get another one off. Doesn't look like it. But at this point, like, I can't come in Lucario because Lucario's going to get, so I have to just commit to the resisted charms here, knowing that I can't do anything about it. They're going to V-crate me, which is lowers their defense severely. And that's the thing, like, I will take these double V-crates, which does a lot. Actually, I may switch into Lucario right now, yeah, because I know they're drawing energy, and I want to get ahead on energy because I know they're going to have to switch, and they switch right into the Zweilous, and that's awesome, right? So here we go. I do that. Zweilous only has Body Slam and Crunch, both of which are resisted. So I can just take this move, resisted. Again, resisted still does a lot, but out comes Victini. I'm already ramped up once, and this is what I learned. Not that I've played with Lucario before. Even resisted counters ramped up is still insane, right? So look at that. I'm countering down a Psychic right now, just because I've got boosted twice. So Lucario is one of those Pokemon, especially with the Darks and Poisons in here. Like, if you can get Lucario ramped up on counters, even in bad matchups, you're good. So this matchup here I was like, okay, this is not terrible. Hopefully they don't bait me here, and they bait me here. So I was like, oh no. So they have Superpower and they have Foul Play. Foul Play is resisted. Superpower is super effective. So get one off. I end up shielding. They Foul Play me. And the problem is I cannot take them out. The Power Punch does not take them out. So I have to double shield. But I am fine double shielding because I know that potentially I can ramp up. I've got 2 times up already, so whatever comes in, I can deal with it. And then is this where the Medicham comes in? I think this is where the Medicham comes in, so I need to get out immediately because I have no shot there. So I come with my safe swap, and they come in with Rapidash, which is not a great answer here. I mean, the Body Slams, I saw this on, whose channel was it? Those? Man, these Body Slams come so quick with Fairy Wind, but it is so glassy, and these Poison Jabs are adding up very quickly. So I got 1 shield there. I'm hoping to get another shield there. I get it. Oh, so we CMP. So I'm going to lose here. So they're going to take me out. But damage is done. It's so low. I can now just come in and counter down. Because Lucario is useless to me. It has absolutely no play against the Medicham. So I am just coming here to do as much chip damage as I can, which is fine. I just need to get it in charm range. Because what you're going to see here, can I get it all the way down? They snipe. That's fine. Counter, resisted. Power Punch, resisted. Psychic, Dynamic Punch, all resisted. Non-stab Ice Punches, not going to do anything. So here is your just dominant answer to Medicham. It has nowhere to go. It can't do anything. The Rapidash is too low to do anything now. And it's an instant wall. And this is why the pairing of Lucario and Wobbuffet is insanely good. It has its weaknesses against like Victini and stuff. But man, if you're going to be extremely, extremely, extremely weak to Medicham, and one of my first losses that I didn't put in here was just getting countered down in the matchup against Medicham, against Lucario, you need to have an answer like that where you don't need to do anything. And I think this is maybe the last battle. So I lost the lead, come in here, and you hit with this Zweilous, which is like a really, really, really tough answer here because I have no move to throw at this. Everything is resisted. I maybe should have gone for Shadow Ball because that would have done more damage, and then I maybe could have poisoned down. Because now I get to a second move, but it's still not enough. And I'm just going to put them low, but not low enough. And then I'm going to have to come in with Lucario. I should be able to counter down before they get a move off. Hopefully. Because this thing hits so... Yeah, easy deal. But now they're coming with the Rapidash. Maybe this isn't the last matchup. Is this the boom? This may be the boom. Oh no, I bait here. I boomed one Rapidash. I don't think I put the battle in. I bait. Probably gonna have to shield. Or is this the one I do go to for the boom? I definitely put a loss in here. Where's the loss? Can I get to the... I get to the Shadow Ball, and I think I just go for the nuke, trying to take them out. Thinking like, worst case scenario, yeah, they shield. I'll take the move, come in Wobbuffet. Hopefully I can deal with whatever's in the back. And I do not think he can deal with whatever in the back. That's the problem. So they're going to get to a move here. It's going to do chip damage, which is fine. Again, you can take a lot unless it's a Poison Dark. And that's the problem here. It is a Shadow Skuntank. Everything I'm throwing is single. Is it resisted or just neutral? It's just a non-stab from Wobbuffet, which is not very attack heavy. And so get it to the yellow and then get a second crunch off here. So that's the problem. So again, if I had it aligned with my Lucario, it is a super, super easy match. When you have it aligned with your Wobbuffet, it's kind of looked like not a true hard counter team, but it was a pretty hard counter team. Not much I can do about this. The other thing that I didn't show, so I do get it down, but they come in here, Charms, not enough to take it out, and then they get a move off here. The one matchup I did not show, which I played it twice, and I'm going to tell you how to play it right now if you're going to try and run this team. Mandibuzz. You think with Charm, you'd be okay against a Mandibuzz. You lose the matchup against Mandibuzz because you just get out, even with Air Slash, a super slow, fast charging move, they still outpace you with the foul plays compared to your Charms. And if they shield a return, it's like you have no shot. So that really caught me off guard. So if you win lead and they come in with Mandibuzz, I would counter a bunch. So I played it two ways. I countered a couple, and then I went in to my Wobbuffet. But I mistimed, and they just foul played me, and they were just head on energy. One time I did catch properly. Like I got to the 5 air slashes and knowing that they were going to try and throw and take me out, and then I caught my Wobbuffet, and that was enough to do chip damage on the Mandibuzz, put it low enough that the Charm was now enough to take it out. So it revolved on a catch, but you cannot just go straight. So if they go into Mandibuzz and you go straight into Wobbuffet, you're going to lose that matchup. So just an FYI, you think you would win with a Charm user, you do not. It's non-stab from Wobbuffet, who does not hit hard. Mandibuzz is tanky AF, and you get hit with super effective foul plays, and those add up very quickly. So just keep that in mind if you're around this team. Like I said, 29-11 overall, highest ELO on the season. I am going to actually run a modified version of this team. I ran a modified version of this team in my last set. I took out Quillfish because it's just a little too glassy, and it just got walled somewhat easy with this, like a lot of the darks, like a Mandibuzz, right? That Mandibuzz was one of the problems for this team, where Lucario, again, you lose the Wobbuffet matchup. Lucario is going to get super outpaced by the wing attacks and just the bulkiness there, and the Quillfish is just outbulked too. So I replaced the Quillfish with another Pokemon. I'm going to run it again tomorrow, see how it works. Hopefully I can hit Legend with that team, and I'll showcase it on Monday if I do. And then I can hopefully have some fun for the last few weeks, because I need to hit Legend, because like I said, this is the latest I've been in the season without hitting Legends in season like 2. Anyways, that is it. Let me know what you used. One other thing I will mention, while I'm just kind of rambling, the meta was it was limited, but it was limited to like 15 Pokemon, right? So it's not like it's just like 5 or 6, which is good. It is like 15. So the 3 that I had, Umbreon, Mandibuzz, Rapidash, Skuntank, Drapion, what's that? The Pawniard? Is it Pawniard, the baby version there? Saw that a few times. What else did I see? Medicham I saw a few times. I saw a couple Sableyes, but they weren't too prevalent, right? So the meta is somewhat fixed. Let me go to PvPoke to see if there's anything else that I saw today that you maybe need to start thinking about as I ramble and people either stay around or log off here. A Raichu, I saw a couple. I didn't see as many as I thought for it being so highly ranked. Cresselia, I saw a few Cresselia. Zweilous, I mentioned a couple there. A Grimer, I saw 1. I didn't see any Lipards. No Charm Lipards, which is interesting. A Raticate, like we just saw the one there. Scrafty, maybe there's just one Scrafty. Gothitail, I don't know how to pronounce that. Yes, just the one there. Oh, Shadow Glade. I saw a couple of those because it knows Charm. And yeah, because it knows Charm and it's a Shadow and it hits super, super hard. But that's pretty much all I saw. Oh, 1 or 2 Toxicroaks I saw and 1 or 2 Blazekins I saw. But that's it. That was the meta. No, I didn't see anything outside. I'm just looking at the top 50 here. Claydol. I saw 1 Claydol, which was like, Claydol is actually like a big issue because it's Mud Slap, which is super effective against both my Lucario and my Qwilfish. So keep that in mind. That was kind of tough to work around. But that is basically all I saw. So again, 15, 20 Pokemon. Combo those. I'm now more leaning to, so I'll let you, don't snipe me. I did replace the Qwilfish with Mandibuzz just because the Charm was not as I don't know what the word we're looking for. It didn't hurt as much on Mandibuzz as I thought it would, because it's all non-stab, right? There's no pure Charmer in this, like Fairy in this, so everything was non-stab, so it doesn't hit as hard on Mandibuzz as you would think it would. So that's it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. So there is Go Battle Day on Sunday, which is like 100 battles. So, and I think four times dust for wins. So definitely a good time to grind. Hopefully ELO and dust, and hopefully I hit legend so I can bring that to you Monday, and then I can play around some teams. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.